Come and lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for game number 4. If you missed the other games, then please, you can check them out on my channel. They've been uploaded. Well, let's take a look at the bans. LeBlanc banned on blue, and Senna is banned instead of Kalista. Pantheon Senna was something that was banned anyway. Suyumi is banned now, and Kalista's open. We know instantly that G2's gonna send this into top. So Mad Lions could have easily constructed a plan that revolves around dealing with this Kalista. Something that was very surprising, very, very surprising, was that Mad Lions ignored... Oh! Poggers! Is this the Kalista in the bot lane? Is this the Kalista in the bot lane? I like the Taric support into Set support. I think it makes sense. Honestly, against Set, just fucking go double armor runes, man. Just go double armor and be the happiest Taric you can ever be. My Lions looking Lee Sin. This is what their draft should have looked like in game 1. It's kind of weird that Mad Lions didn't recognize this, because I, even as an outsider, I don't even have that much interest in Mad Lions, Sure, I work on the analyst desk, but it's kind of like, I have enough points to talk on the analyst desk. And I could even say that this is something they should have done in game 1. They locked in Leona. Set support, Kaiser does super well on it. Mad Lions ban Olaf, only for the Taric synergy, of course. But there's other champions you can synergize with. G2 like picking Trundle. Corki ban, LeBlanc ban. Kiana is not going to be picked. I think if Kiana gets picked here, you're kind of asking yourself to just go next season, because Mad Lions are playing for the life of their split. I said season, but I meant split. Corki out, Syndra out, LeBlanc out, Azir picked. Is this a Zoe ban? Zoe ban could be interesting. What? Ooh, Renekton. Renekton. Kalista still flex, but the lock-in of Taric looked so confident that this Kalista is going bottom, I think. Kalista's against Ezreal and lane is very good. Very, very good. On live, of course, is nerfed, but this is 10.6, so who cares? Ooh, Humanoid did in fact play Akali, but we know this is going to be a Humanoid Akali right away. This is not going to be a freaking Orome Akali. If Orome plays Akali, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna take the decision to cut my own hair, because my hair drives me crazy. So I'm gonna try to cut my own hair if this is Orome playing Akali. There's the Rek'Sai that we spoke about in the previous games. Very good into Lee Sin. Azir is locked in already. The Akali into Azir matchup is a skill matchup, of course, but I think it's going to be tricky to play team fights into Taric, Kalista, Azir as Akali. But we'll see. We'll see. It all depends, on how good he is. Renekton being out puts Aatrox in a slightly better position, but... Choga blind pick. Okay. It's difficult to pick top lane here, because enemy has set flex. Very, very difficult. At least the thing that Aatrox does in a lot of cases is that he nullifies, any type of split push threat. Oh, set top. Set top into Aatrox, Bard bottom into Taric Kalista. What? G2's bot lane are super strong here. They have, on paper, a very, very strong and easy matchup. G2 have mid prio early, and then every Akali ultimate, Lee Sin ultimate, they can look to force 2v2. But G2 have a very, very easy early game ahead of themselves, and their scaling is not bad either. And then if the Taric ult lands and they get to fight on their terms, which they should be able to, because I think mid prio... mid prio... Like Azir, Bard is okay against Azir. You know, it's a fine pick. Like Ezreal, Bard. I'm just gonna go back. Okay, we go back. Ezreal Bard is good into Azir. Alright? But the lane matchup bottom is terrible. Are they just confident enough that they will get away with it because G2 haven't punished hard enough? Then again, they are playing on red side. On red side, playing against Rek'Sai can be very dangerous. So I feel like if G2 can camp bottom and, you know, Wunder just play safe side, weak side, doesn't matter, you know, he's playing Aatrox. His whole job this game is to just not feed and make sure that if Akali or Sett is split pushing, that they don't lose too much. Because G2, like the rest of the picks, make the composition when it comes to fighting and preparation around dragons. So I feel like G2 have so easy options into camping bottom, and Mad Lions will have to get creative to break it apart. So I heavily lean in G2's favor here with this draft. Let's see how good Kaiser is on Bard. Always an interesting topic. Let's see. Pink Rek'Sai, cute. Little Tempo Azir. I think it's okay. Big fan of Halo Blades. Yanko starting with the leashless. Lee Sin also starting leashless. Yanko's going for level 3 clear. The question is if he's going to go look for that bottom gank. I think Kalista and Taric are going to bounce at the right time to potentially set up for a dive. I think their dive potential is super high. Kalista, Taric level 2 with Rek'Sai level 3 can be very dangerous. So a little drum roll here. Lee Sin is pathing into top. 2 TPs available, but Sett position is bouncing on the wave right now. And that's a flash already. That's a flash. And Caps only use exhaust. Wave is positioned super well. Kazi will have to try to thin this out to look for level 2. Kaiser gets level 2 because of the chimes, of course. And luckily, Ezreal can thin out the wave. Rek'Sai now going for dive. Lee Sin is on top side. Kali cannot TP, and Sett, it's very awkward if Sett TPs too, honestly. They now know the pathing that Lee Sin took, and they can look for bottom dive. Kaiser no flash, and this is a 10 CS deficit right here for Mad Lions. Kaiser has portal. There's a stun. Kaiser Sose! Kaiser Sose! This was a big blunder. 2 big blunders, burning flash in the first place. On a very, very standard timing. Perks might have to flash here. Punch, 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 punch. Okay, no flash for Perks. Similar to the Yasuo thing, he got out. He gets to base. And Humanoid gets to farm this way for free, but Azir doesn't lose too much. Doesn't lose too much because he kept his summoners and he gets to walk back into lane, but he didn't get to pressure on the big wave that he built, but maybe he wanted the base anyway, because I didn't see his state of mana. But I think he had enough mana to just harass under the turret. He got the wave into the turret. He's going to back now. And let's see if Akali can push in and also save his TP. It doesn't seem like the wave is already there. So this is where Azir can punish and look to force Humanoid's TP. Rek'Sai is basing though. Because here if Rek'Sai walks on mid, it could be a situation where Akali burns TP and these things add up. But Rek'Sai goes for base. And here if Azir contests heavily, then Akali will be forced to use TP. But it looks like Humanoid will be fine. Perks needs to look for freeze. Look for the freeze. Doesn't look for the freeze. Gives it up. I would look for the freeze, honestly. Look for the freeze. Lost the cannon. Lost the cannon. That's a YamatoCannon classic on stream for those who watch. I always like losing my cannons. Wunder flashes. Good flash. But Shadow doing a lot of work here. Preparing topside as well. Because Wunder was destroying him. Maybe Roma was forcing trade. Kaiser is walking into topside with EQ. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? They're looking for bottom dive. Oh, they know somebody's here. They know somebody's here. Kazi has E. Yankos has no flash. Kazi has flash. Holy shit. Holy shit. Whoa. It's working. It's working. Freeze on bot. Carissa's Ezreal's so fucking far behind. It's unbelievable. But a couple of kills in the bank is definitely going to help. Double TP on bottom. Make it with the flash. Make it with the stun. Here we go. Turret. Wunder. Perks. TP. Wunder's chasing the wrong target. Wunder's chasing the wrong target. Kazi's level 3. Perks tanking minions. What is going on in this clown fiesta of a game? Humanoid. Q. Gets the passive. Gets the passive rolling. Boom. With the slice. Wunder's gonna die as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gee, oh, he's not gonna die. Maybe he's not gonna die. Humanoid is close to level 6, I think. If he kills this guy, he gets level 6 and then he goes back in. Okay, never mind. No 6. Okay. So honestly, this was me reacting. Okay, let's... Oh my Jesus. Oh my lord. Let's just go back since the game is paused. So... My Lions got fucked on bot, and the wave gets bounced. And you're not gonna win 2v2 anyway. Everything revolves around your jungler. You're not gonna lose. You're not gonna win 3v3 anyway. Shadow was showing on top. So I like this move from Mad Lions, because they couldn't walk on bottom wave anyway. Look how unbelievably fucked they are. They are unbelievably fucked, ungodly fucked. Kazi, no HP, needs to base. Kaiser, no flash, no AD carry either for the time being. The wave is bouncing and freezing towards G2. What can Mad Lions do on bottom? They have to try to roam. As long as nobody's showing on bottom, G2 needs to play cool, and they need to play around the fact that on top side of the map, things can happen. Azir was relatively safe, good flash from Wunder. He will probably die if he gets tagged by this Q. Shadow saves it, and this is where Shadow needs to be bottom in order to save the situation, because Rek'Sai needs to be topside because of his camps. But if Rek'Sai calls it and he's on bottom and they fight 3v3, they just automatically hard lose the game. They are already in a losing position, but they would hard lose the game. And here comes Ezreal and Bard, because bottom wave is too fucked. 2v2, Kalista, Taric is just going to all-in force on them, and they have no chance. They burn flash once, and then next time it's just GG. Right? So this was very, very nice. Shadow flashes for no reason. Then Mickey comes in here, gets stunned, gets poked, very low HP. The turret dive comes in as well. Perks has TP, Wunder has TP. Ward is in the bush. There you see the pink ward that there's TPing on. Double TP is happening. Humanoid has TP, Orm has TP. Orm survives. And then here the jump in. Wunder, I think he didn't plan to go for this. Because Wunder going for Bard is Giga Troll. I think it was not intended. Because what's happening here? What's this? Like Aatrox has Ninja Tabai. He's not gonna kill the Kaiser. Kaiser was just ending. Honestly, Kaiser just could walk away. He could just walk away. Like, why did he walk into this Aatrox? Then Wunder dies, and then next TP is coming. Roma is TPing too. Look at that juicy midway though. Somebody gotta catch that juicy midway. That was Roma's TP right there. Roma should have TP'd mid. And then we have a freeze again. Big oof. My goodness. Strong early game start for G2. And then Mad Lions reply with this craziness. But at the end of the day, you know, this fight, shenanigans that were happening on the top side, it ended up going 3 for 5. Meaning G2 killed Aatrox twice. I mean, Mad Lions killed Aatrox twice. So that's 5 kills. 5 kills that they got for 3 kills, and Kalista falls bottom, and Azir lost a lot of creeps on mid. My goodness. Wow. And here we are again with a pause. Kai's no flash. Like, they can't walk up here. It just Lee's pathing choice was very bad. Like you need to path with Lee's in a way, at least listen to in a way where you are landing on bottom to prevent dive. He started blue solo start and it was just so bad. And I think Shadow does this a lot of games. And then like Kalista Tarek is too strong level 1 for you to contest it as Ezreal Bard. And Bard lost flash 2v2. This is not the mistakes you want to make as Mad rely on their bottom to win a lot of games. Regardless of how this went, this is something that G2 could do better. They could do many things differently, so forth. And Mad Lions made the best out of the situation by going 2 into topside and looking for that dive. It was a good play from Mad to recognize the bottom is doomed, and maybe he goes for the flash of Rooney, and maybe Mickey could play on more time here. Maybe he could walk up and play on bushes and so forth, and then maybe perks and Wunder be on time. The Wunder taking the portal, I'm pretty sure it was a mistake. I don't think it was intended. Because if he fights there with perks, they kill Kazi right away, and the game is giga lost. Like if Wunder doesn't chase Bard here, then all is good. Here comes Jankos for round 2. He went straight from base into top. And then Jankos tries to peace out, and he does. So Ezreal, of course, Ezreal is super far behind the levels. Kalista was solo farming. She's probably like level 5 against Kazi's level 3. Which is nuts. Super crazy. Oh, and they put his lights on. God bless him. Before he did not. He looks like a completely different person. I like the meme when people call him Ellen DeGeneres. That's a compliment. Ellen DeGeneres is lit, man. To be honest, I don't know what the most recent drama is with Ellen DeGeneres, so maybe I shouldn't make statements like that. But I'm not as big as Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, they write articles about everything he says, and they put it in every context possible. That sounds really, really rough. And to some degree, it already happens in esports too. But yeah, whatever. Not at the level of Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. I don't know how Mad Lions are gonna solve this, because they burnt a lot of TPs. They burnt a lot of TPs to make this play happen. And they made the most out of a bad situation, and G2 could have played it better. But in the end, bottom is still giga doomed. It doesn't change anything. Shadow is pretty fed though. I can admit that. Shadow is definitely stronger than Rek'Sai. Trying to remember. Shadow is stronger than Rek'Sai. Akali got a couple of kills too, and then Azir died. So maybe Mad Lions just need to play hard on 2v2 mid. Rewind that tape. Wunder under the turret. I think Jankos was confused as fuck when his tremor senses showed that someone was there. Rex and no flash, it was good for Mad Lions to call that. Maybe he isn't as strong as I thought. I just remember him getting kills, but maybe he spawned and came back and that happened. Mickey is dead with the flasheroo. I just thought Lee got kills. I remember Lee getting kills. But maybe that was it. This Wunder just taking this portal was so bad. Kazi would be so dead here. And yeah. Guys are trolling as well. I don't know why he's walking up. So just to clarify once again, the reason Mad Lions did this is because bottom wave was freezing towards the enemy, and the enemy would not let them crash the wave because they would just fight on the wave. Sometimes the enemy bot lane is far ahead enough for them to ignore creeps and just force on you, which Kalista Taric were strong enough for. Let's listen in. I have ran out of things to talk about when it comes to this game.
The heads or tails or whatever you want. But it's. I like the fact that they are consistently going for these early engages and for these early fights to try and get an advantage off it.
I think it's the fact that they have almost Fnatic-esque members in Shadow and Kaiser specifically. Like, obviously, across the board, the Mad Lions step up and take fights, but these guys specifically. Like, when we think about Fnatic, we're like, yeah, Bwipo and Hilly will make these ridiculous plays. They're all constantly looking for brawls. They're constantly looking for skirmishes, and it's like, you just have to survive it. Mad Lions kind of have the same thing going with Shadow and Kaiser, where the lane is lost, and Kaiser's just like, let's go top, let's dive. We've got a stacking wave, we can make this happen. And I think that's what you're seeing there. That's why they get kind of this moniker of comeback kids. It's that they won't just watch themselves passively lose a game like teams like Origin and Rogue would when they fall behind. It's that they will continue to try to like live fast, die in gameplay.
The Loki, yeah, love it.
I kind of want to also look at their adaptations in the draft, because when we look at Mad, one of the things that I think that they, you talked about the comeback kids, Frosk, and I think that when we look back at the regular season, something that they did a lot was they tried to actually keep the early game fairly neutral, and then they would slowly like build back up into the game after falling into an early deficit. And that a lot of that I think was just like through clever play, and a lot of that was, as you rightly said, through Kaiser and Shadow. And I think that this is a great example of that clever play. But I think like when we look at how the draft played out in the very early game, things were looking great for G2, especially in how they execute, because a single mistake from Kaiser, where he just oversteps on the Bard, and the Kalista just chunks him out, forces his flash out, then sets up for what should be a massive snowball for G2. And when you look at the situation that's presented in front of you, a Kalista who's already getting first blood, who's already like in a great position where the Ezreal is being denied, the Bard doesn't get an opportunity to roam. Mad is already looking at this and going, yikes, this is really bad. And I have so much respect for going, like, if our bot lane is doomed, like, if there's nothing we can
Get out of the lane.
then fudge it. Let's just do something else. Right?
Fudge it.
And like, why? Yeah. And so let's do something else.
I respect that you
right?
saw it, you went for it.
And I think that they've and again, like, because what's the worst case scenario of this play, right? Like, they could have gone bot lane, they could have gone back there, and they could have just made things worse, and they could have just slowly made that bot lane 2v2 much more difficult. Or they could go top, and okay, if it gets worse, they were already in a bad position before. But at least in this, there's like a maybe 50...
This seems like the right time to mute before people say in the chat or in the comments, "Oh, Yamato, I came here to listen to you." It's fair. It's fair. You can listen to that some other time. I think G2 is still very much poised to win this game because this play on top didn't solve the problem. It just didn't solve the problem. It put a delay on the problem. And honestly, if G2 played that better, I think GG. Like, if Aatrox doesn't chase the Bard and they just commit on the Ezreal together and then kill the Akali too, if possible, maybe not possible, but Ezreal for sure should die, then the whole world changes and G2 is giga ahead. Imagine if this top play didn't work. Jesus. And then Jankos also, if he doesn't get caught off guard, which is understandable, I'm not flaming Jankos for it. It's understandable that this is something that is going to happen, because it's hard to expect the enemy bot lane to show up at minute 4 or 5, whatever it was, 6 maybe, in the top side. But at the same time, if you look at the facts, they were not showing on bot, and his tremor senses did indeed spot people. He could have gotten away. Instead, he got Bard stunned, Ezreal flash, committed, hit the Qs, And zoom, 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 here we are. Aatrox also died. Because of Rek'Sai dying, Lee Sin traded 1 for Uno. And then the chase where Aatrox takes the portal. Reportable. Reportable. So I thought Lee Sin got more, but it didn't seem like he got that much out of the situation. He got a kill and then he was sent to base. Trying to figure out ways of how Mad Lions need to approach the game in terms of creating pressure. Aatrox is in a bad state as well. Set should have TP'd mid for that big wave that they might be missing. Is the game on or what?
If
That would
that's
help.
possible. Yeah, because
Oh.
yes, God, the
Yeah.
observers. Thank you.
Oh, observers, you're so OP.
Alright,
Okay.
take it away, Frost. What do you think?
Okay, so
So I'm liking Lakari 2-0 is a big deal. He's gonna be 6 and Azir has no flash, no R. That's going to matter. So that's going to be a window of opportunity. Bottom XP advantage is too big. Like Kalista is gonna reach level 5 and the wave is still frozen, so it's additional XP that hasn't been cashed in on. Top situation is evenish, and Lee Sin being ahead of Rek'Sai matters, you know, because I think Lee Sin level 6 is super strong and Rek'Sai is supposed to be more effective in the early game than Lee, right? And Shadow is a very, very good Lee. So I think the path to victory here is let Kazi do whatever he wants on the map at 6 minutes into the game, so mismatching is good, you know. If Ezreal decides to keep going top and they go for those platings, it's definitely possible. Herald is spawning in 2 minutes. Also curious as to how much of this Humanoid is gonna catch. In terms of gold as well, Kazi is gonna base and then walk into bottom. So he's going to have items that match of similar strengths, right? To a Kalista. Because she's sitting on 600 Gs and that's the gold that is the differential between Ezreal and Kalista right now. So gold-wise, he'll be fine in lane. It's just the XP that's the problem. And also summer advantage in caps, right? Of course, that matters. Still, I think this freeze is good enough for them to be in a problematic position. I wonder if Mickey's walking here to just push in those last range creeps to make sure that it crashes completely. I don't think it's necessary. He should be going bot to prepare for Mad Lions' next move. So let's think a world where Mad Lions continue to push and they hit top turret. Is it feasible? Akari is gonna go into mid and there's a freeze on bot and they can threaten dive on whoever comes next, right? Then I think the best course of action is that Taric hides in fog, and then if Ezreal keeps pushing, he goes into top and G2 has solved that problem then, and Kalista is still gonna get value. And there's no dive potential for Mad Lions. So Mickey needs to hide on fog. If Ezreal stays top, he goes top. If not, he goes bottom. And then they slowly begin to break the freeze and look for a dive with the Mountain Drake. I think that's very doable and very possible. This is a long break, guys. It's a long, long break. Medusa Heromi Lagam Luminari. Yeah, guys, I have nothing to say, man. I have nothing to say. I've explored everything in this game, I feel. Just need to wait for the next moves. Later on fights, I think Kalista Tarek can easily 1v9. Like Kalista Tarek, Azir. You gotta have some major disruption from Bard in order to make these fights lean in Mad Lions' favor. Like Lee Sin and Bard need to do some crazy mechanics. Oh, okay. Alright. Secret Stats 2020. Secret Strats GG? Was that the name of that old Hotshot GG document? That was so famous. The Dyrus later leaked. No, I'm kidding. I've been listening to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan lately. Method Man. Oh, Dirty Bastard live and uncut. ODB is insane. A lot of MF Doom as well. Andre 3000. Kendrick Lamar. Been trying to get back into audiobooks as well. Especially as odds are that I'm gonna be coaching in summer. I've had some very pleasant conversations the last days. But of course I cannot share yet, but yeah, I can share my excitement. There is no problem with that. Unless God strikes me with thunder, everything should be Gucci. Should be Gucci with these deals. Oh, I'm recording, Angel. Please close the door, Angel.
What are you doing?
I'm recording.
What?
I'm recording LEC. It's just we're on a pause. Kick W, guys. That was Elena. Some of you know her. The love of my life. I really appreciate her. She's the best. Been trying to buy her a Nintendo Switch with Animal Crossing because I know she would love that game. But I'm not gonna buy a Nintendo Switch for 600 euro, guys. Like people are trying to resell it and make some big money here off of this whole coronavirus business. Not cool. Not cool. Don't like. But to each their own. I've been trying to make money off of the whole situation through stocks. Does that make me better? Does that make me worse? I am not the moral police. What is it?
What?
Yes, please. I'm very hungry.
Hawaii?
Either.
Pollo?
Hmm?
Pollo, Hawaii?
Pollo, please. Yeah, pollo. Thank you. Nice. Frozen pizzas. Woohoo. Love it. Unironically. There's something that, I ate them when I was a child. And there's something that really feels nostalgic about it. The smell of it, I'm not saying it's high-class pizza or that it's like the best thing ever. But sometimes the simple things that take you back, can be really meaningful in many different ways. I think nostalgia is nice. I wonder what they're talking about at this point.
From the chrono break on then, so it won't pause again. Anyway, we're gonna see how it plays out. I don't want to give any misinformation, but the fact of but we'll see it from the chrono break on then. So we're gonna see
thing happened that we're going to catch up to.
And we're gonna see everything basically, knowing that they're but we'll see it from the chrono break on then, so it won't pause again. Anyway, we're gonna see how it plays out. I don't want to give any misinformation, but the fact of the matter is there has been a chrono break because there were issues that were reported by the Mad Lions, and they have accepted that chrono break. But the information we had is still valid because we don't know what happened. So, Caps has 40 CS.
Prediction I would make. If Mad Lions walked back into bot lane, they probably still get punished by the fact that Kalista is really strong right now. I'm assuming that they'll try to roam. I think that we'll be looking for
Humanoid
to have
Frost
kill
look
pressure
so pale
on
in
Azir
Office
without
Light.
flash potentially.
I know they're not this
so
pale.
he got the extra experience from picking up the 2 kills. Maybe he gets an early level 6 over Azir and tries to punish with that. And that's what I got.
Yeah.
My 2 short-term predictions.
You know what? I'm a professional host, so I can keep talking forever. I do have a couple of questions, actually.
So,
I do have a couple of questions. Oh, no. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just to tack onto that, we've completely abandoned our T system, which is my fault as well. But,
Can you explain for the people at home what the T system is?
Okay,
It's where we
so
all just drink tea.
to help, normally when we're on the analyst desk, we'll use like hand signals to help communicate with each other, right?
I can't show you right now.
Yeah, but normally
Like
we'll
this.
use hand signals to be like, hey, I'd like to jump in here, or I'll pass, or like send it over to someone else, whatever. But obviously in an online environment where I'm looking at a camera, I'm not actually looking at Shocks and Frosk.
Hello?
We have to use different systems.
Wow,
We type
so
T
rude.
into our chat to indicate who wants to jump in next. And over the last few minutes, because of the chaos, none of us have been using T's, so we've just kind of been going, ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
Exactly.
So, to kind of bring us back to what we were talking about, the things that need to happen. Something needs to happen in that bot wave for Mad Lions. That freeze needs to be unbroken. Otherwise, otherwise Caps is only going to...
Not necessarily. They can maybe keep diving top. But, yeah. Diving top is easy to predict. If Mickey plays correct and Rek'Sai plays correct, he still has many camps on top side. So yeah, it's true. It's true. Hello. So I'm gonna be on the analyst desk tomorrow. But I think G2 is gonna win this game. I believe they've got this one in the bag. In the bag. La la la. 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 La la. La la la. La la la. Teraz mówimy po polsku. Ja umiem mówić po polsku. Ja siedzę cały dzień w domu. Bardzo nudno mi jest. Jetzt reden wir auf Deutsch. Können wir bitte alles beginnen? Starten? Beginnen? Starten? I don't know. Okay. Trevor and Christy is on the screen. Chrono break. Interesting. You know, I can't be the only one that heard Corona break. And I was like, what? What is a Corona break? I had no idea what a Corona break was. So I got a bit spooked. You will remember me for centuries. Well, I could just see on their faces that they need to stall for a lot longer. I'm gonna go back into my comfortable position. Yeah, once again I apologize for the video. It takes a lot of effort to edit things. So I'm giving you the raw footage. Every video that I make, most videos except the AMA, that one gets edited by Evil Jacob Wolf, and he does a great job. I kind of just, you know, don't have the time or the energy to learn how to edit things quickly and efficiently. So you guys just, you get it raw. Whether it's the patch notes or if it's the rundown of the weekend. I think there's a skill to that as well, you know, being able to, you know, do everything in one take. I'm not afraid to take a stance. Everybody. I'm gonna get copyright striked because I sound so similar to Eminem. Oh, I just noticed the cactuar. Look at the cactuar in the back of Trevor. The cactuar and the Studio Ghibli thing. That's pretty sick. And there has Sada Momo. That is a very old school Riot Games pen that Trevor is waving around, man. Flexing. Flexing. We walk this road together through the storm. Whatever weather, cold or warm. Everybody, everybody. I'm going insane here, guys. There was, back in the old days, back in season 3, I actually played a best of 5 that lasted 11 hours because the server died and it went to 5 games. And within those 5 games, I broke CS records of who got the most CS in forever. Obviously, this was back in season 3 before, a Sivir got 1500 CS in a game against some team like Jenner. I think it was SKT was Jenner or something crazy like that. And the biggest fuck up of that, okay, you will never find out. Ooh, Mickey, what happened, Mickey? Mickey found himself between a rock and a hard place. This minimap is lying. Please give me a proper minimap. This minimap is a lie. Well, what is this minimap? Someone tell me. This minimap buzzes the shit out of me, man. But yeah, Tarek dying is a problem. We're talking about how Tarek needed to be at the right place in case there was a dive on top, and instead he died in mid lane, which is terrible, but at least Humanoid used ult, so Azir gets to breathe a little bit, but nevertheless it's not good. They can keep the freeze maybe if Tarek walks up, so Tarek's timing is good. I think maybe Mad Lions need to force a little bit harder, but Caps is level 6 now. He can definitely force an all-in because Kazi has no flash. I think there is a world even where if they play properly, that they can look for a 2v3. This is a cast that is level 6 against 3 level 4 members, but Shadow is actually also level 6, so forgive me. Shadow level 6 is makes the dream of a 2v3 a lot harder. I thought Shadow was weaker. My bad. Scratch everything I said. Akali 3-0 now. Good for the matchup, but please fix the minimap. Oh! Can they look for a dive? We don't know, because I don't know Azir position. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Please. Right games. Okay. Honestly, very little thing bothered. Not many things bothered me, man. Ooh, close, very close. Ninja Tabai, popping off. It was doing good in the matchup, getting more value from Ninja Tabai than his counterpart Set. Both junglers are physical damage, so Ninja Tabai was the no-brain choice for both. But both junglers should not interact with the top laners because honestly, they're not going to define this game. Right now, Akali is going to define the game, and there we go. Jankos with the smack, and then the wah, and the whoop, and the boop, boop, boop. Didn't know if this gank was coming or not, no idea, but it happened. Orome gets away, and there's the swapperoo after that bounce on the way from bottom. They swapped. I'm sorry guys, there's no minimap, so I don't know what to do. Honestly don't know what to do. What happened? Mate. Bub. Bro. What am I doing with my life? Sorry, that was me yawning. Not communicating with my Wookie cousins. Okay. G2 get the herald after the top dive. Very successful. 2v2 kill onto Akali was also very nice. Akali. Oh, we have a minimap. Yes. I love minimap. I love refrigerators. If you know, you know. Pretty significant lead here for G2. They also have the herald in the bank. They can use that to pop off and build an additional lead. Orome has an into Tabai, so no dive, a lot of armor as well. Good against Kalista. A lot of healing on G2. It's a little bit deceptive, but Kalista's gonna itemize lifesteal and Aatrox lifesteals, and Rek'Sai also has health regen with, of course, his passive, the rage thing. Okay, nice kick. Good moves from Shadow. No level 6 on Taric yet, but 1 for 1. It's something that G2 can be proud of, but they lose CS on top side. In trade, Mad Lions lose CS on mid lane. Perks is trying to be very greedy here. I don't know if I like it. Okay, there's the E. Oh, okay, I like it. I like it. Sorry for questioning it. Yanko's position was good, and then Perks managed to get his E off before Akali could E again, so Akali didn't gain any distance, and I was hoping that Lee was around, but he just wasn't. And G2 get mid tower, they get a kill on Humanoid, and any type of advantage that Mad Lions had in Akali mid lane is now gone. Very neat. G2 looking super strong this game. Kazi not terribly behind. You know, it's he's at the point where he's that far behind as you would expect from the matchup alone. Even though the CP Perks can match, there's no mid lane turret for Ezreal now, so it's so early to lose your mid turret. It's already gone at 12 minutes. Of course, it was gone even earlier, but you get my point. Like, even now, it's very tricky. Kalista Taric have a lot of distance to play with, and Ezreal doesn't have the safety of his tower behind them. This can cover up for some of the weaknesses in terms of how much a G2 can engage from behind and how they can play with space. Kalista loves space. Especially when wave crashes, Ezreal needs to back up. Ezreal and Kalista base, so no one was on mid wave, but G2 is committing for bottom turret. Azir gets the attack speed buff, punching away. Plating's still up. Very surprising, you know. For me, mentally, it also feels weird because we've been talking about this game for so long and it's only 12 minutes, so platings are still up. Aatrox is doing crab. Ooh! 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 Is this what you chrono braked? Is this what you chrono braked? Oh! G2 Esports with the 3v5. Mad Lions just funneled themselves into the blender. Yeah, Caps is just PvEing all game, man. He's chilling. He's chilling, man. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Movement, movement. Ooh, ooh. No Q. That's the R. You can play with the plant. You can play with the plant. You can play with the plant. Ooh, you missed the Q. You missed the Q, baby. Okay, okay, okay. Aatrox. Movement. Ooh. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh. What is this game, bruv? This is crazy. What's happening? At least we have a mini map, right? Ugh. 5k gold heads, G2. Kalista gets away with 1 for 1. His team tried to back him up, but it didn't work. It was close. Great. Azir is so fed. Oof. Azir is so fed. So strong. I think trying to compare the side lanes, and I think Azir should win both Akali and Set. If Rek'Sai matches, Rek'Sai matches any potential 2v2 between Akali and Lee. Of course, like Humanoid and Shadow have a lot of one-shot potential with Lee. If they can catch Azir, but that should be super difficult and unrealistic. Unless he like face checks bushes or does something stupid. Which could happen. Could definitely happen. I think on paper Azir Exa should win. But the Mad Lions have ways of winning too. I don't think it's like super one-sided. Then Aatrox into sets is whatever. It's not the difference is not big enough for it to matter in the game. Humanoid no TP, G2 are just gonna continue. They can look for dive top honestly. But Bala is ult. Might be dangerous. Berg's maintaining attack speed buff when Azir has 3 soldiers, gets attack speed. Here G2 being quite greedy. They are doing Rift Herald at the same time as they're pushing top, but they're using the fact they are hidden in Fog of War. Soon Rift Herald will pop and they will know. Rift Herald did indeed pop and Mad Lions are trying to walk up further, but there's no wave top and G2 are looking to rotate into bottom side and play for the dragon that is spawning. G2 definitely leveled up their objective control. I think this is something that was missing in their repertoire, and they're putting a lot of emphasis in objectives with their 3 winning drafts. Excuse me, it's been a long day. Oh, wrong way, Perks. This was a kill. This was a kill. Maybe he's afraid if he R's Lee that Lee just flashed R and he dies. Which is okay. It's okay to be afraid of that. Very little upside to killing Lee the way I suggest. Maybe it doesn't even work, so might as well let it go. I respect Perks' decision. Okay. I'm not gonna have a lot of actions before the next Drake. So tell me about your day. What did you do today? Interesting. That is fantastic. Good for you. I am proud that you exercise. Very nice. Ginzu's Rageblade Callista. Interesting. Not seen that one in a while. Of course, you apply more rend stacks with it. But interesting. I would imagine Hurricane is a lovely buy in this game. Enemy is 3 melee champions. I think attack speed is a great stat. Wounded jogging away. No executioners. No grievous wounds either. There comes the pop. And there is the ult that misses absolutely everything. Ezreal with a very nice ultimate. Taric ult is down. Everyone's Taric ulted. Kaiser is in trouble. Very nice stuff from Kaiser. Jankos tries to run in. Kaiser is jogging. Very well played here from Mad Lions to stay alive for so long. But G2's sustain is better. Callista is in a very strong position to look to just smurf on this fight because Ginzu is stacked and Caps is Oh, so close for a cool double kill. But yeah, game boom. Started out with Wunder getting caught. I'm looking at this and I think Fnatic is gonna destroy G2. It's what I feel. The series between Fnatic and Mad Lions was not close. Well, maybe not destroy, but I think Fnatic is looking stronger, guys. There we go, that's the all-in. Wunder gets the flash in, boom, on the Q of Bard. And then Mickey gets tossed in like a kebab, and then the Ezreal ult is very nice. It just shaves everyone face off, and Kaiser misses the R here. Imagine Kaiser places a better R. Kaiser places a better R here, and they kill Rek'Sai. It would have been a beautiful fight. But Kaiser missing that one is not ideal. Okay. Let's go to live, see what's going on. We're already live. Draken 30. Mad Lion's trying to find the pick on the other side of the map. This is where Wunder usually dies. No Leandry this time. Others skipping it and going straight for death cap. Yeah, there's no debate, man. This build feels really, really good to play with. Oh. Okay. That was weird. Weird in the sense I don't expect to see Perks making mistakes like this, but he's been quite sloppy in these playoffs, I think. I think he's been way more precise in regular season play. Dragon number 3. Ocean Soul is top soul. But Mad already had reasons to buy Executioners, so this Executioners are things that they need to have regardless. Like this Tarek heals a lot, Kalista heals a lot, especially with Ginzo. It applies on hit effects and the lifesteal double with the Phantom hit. What's cool about Rageblade is that it gives you armor shred, right? And that's pretty early on in the game, so getting that, you know, like Last Whisper sure can be a fine buy, but it's definitely worse when you have Ginzu. Because I think you have the mixed damage and so forth. So we have a Hurricane now, hopefully. Maybe PD, survive Akali. Could be possible as well. So sorry, guys. Oof. What a cocktail of a game to view. Very cocktail. Wonder. They're giving him the aroma treatment. Flip me! Have you guys seen what Rush Hour? Okay. Mad Lion's finding the frags. But I'm comparing the items and I see an Azir with very expensive items, and I see with an Akali with an Amtom. That's gonna be rough. I just think, you know, I think Azir, Kalista, Tarek can legit 3v5. It'll be very difficult to win fight. Tarek can face check everything as well. It's Kalista ult and his own ult. So they can retake space easily. But it's very cool that Caps plays Kalista. Very nice. Very nice that G2 get to show it as well. Right? G2 get to show it. Of course, I don't do solo queue research coming into these things. If I was Mad Lions or something like the other teams, then I would view solo queue research and I would understand it and so forth. But to see him play Kalista is something that takes a lot of effort. If they kill Shadow here, it's Nash, so it's very dangerous. He's on dangerous waters. TP happens and they're looking to commit to the fight. Kazi's in the position, Shadow's already dead, and Azir also died. How did he end up here? What on earth happened to you, Perks? Flip. He just gave an escape path to Rome as well. I think there you need to look to flash over wall and just press R, but if Set is quick on the buttons, he's gonna get through that ult because he's unstoppable. Because Azir just survives here, it's obviously Nash. I wonder if they can do Nash anyway, because Kalista does so much damage to it. Yeah, Park's decision there to position is very hard to make. Ocean Soul. Mad Lions need to find it big. Leeson kick or Bard ult into kill. Otherwise it won't work. Problem with Bard ult is that Taric ult is so good against it. Okay. They stalled it out. Flip. Nice play from Orome. He got him out. Taric ult is on. If Mad can kite somehow here, then it's good. No Taric ult now. Taric is very weak. Okay, good play. Humanoid manages to die. Ocean Soul is finished. Oh. What? My phone is talking. Give me that replay. What's happening? What is this? What is my phone doing? Alright, let's take a look at this again. Orome catches the Azir, that's why Azir can't insect set, as we talked about earlier. And then he was in the mix, and then Taric ult gets stalled out. Humanoid comes in, gets the damage done. Kazi finishes Azir out, and Caps is zoning the rest of the team with his buddy. Jankos finishes Drake, and then Kazi flashes over, and that's the end of that chapter. Caps is just too strong. And Azir gave the enemy a little bit of an opportunity there when Set manages to flip him. 4 deaths now for Perks. I did barely take damage from this Drake. I mean this Nashor. But Caps is not the one hitting it, so he's not adding spears into it for that secure. Okay. Caps is a Taric with him, he cannot die, and he also has an Ocean Soul. Ah, yes. Mad Lions trying to desperately find a way to win this game. It does not exist, I think. Extra dies. Well, G2 ended. That's one way. Caps use flash here. And that's Nash. Okay. Yeah, G2 play Kalista bottom. That's the key takeaway. I think Kalista Tarek is busted. Especially like you look in Ezreal into Kalista, it's really hard. And then the dive and Mad Lions pathing choices. Shadow starting blue solo doesn't work when your bottom matchup is that bad. The dive happened and then we had the fight on top. And Akali died to a couple of ganks of Azir Rek'Sai. G2 2v2. Ballin'. We'll be hype. G2 marching. Honestly, I'm dozing off. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this was one of the hardest reviews I've ever had to do. In terms of maintaining energy, like, Jesus Christ. This game was done and settled very early on top of that, you know? Just sitting there hoping G2 would end or something like that is just a bit too much. But 3-1, the prediction was correct. Shadow's gonna die now. Parks is in the mix, has a stopwatch. Oh, help him. Yeah, help me, help me, help me. And that's the end of that chapter. Okay. Fantastic. I don't even know if I should upload this. Okay, let's upload it just for continuity. Let's just do it. Whatever. What a sad game just because of the pauses. Kind of ruined it. Oh well. G2 versus Fnatic in the final! Whoa! PogChamp! PogChamp! Yeah!